I'm sorry, what? Oh, shoot, hang on. Hello everybody, my name is Christine and welcome to another $5 meal challenge. Now let me give you the rundown as I have done a couple of these before. If you have not seen them, I will leave the previous ones down below for you so you can go check them out after this one if you want to see what else I've come up with. I think it's fun sometimes to challenge myself to stick to a super low grocery budget for a meal or a week just to see how creative I can be and see what I can find. I have noticed the last couple times I've tried to do this challenge, the store doesn't necessarily have what I had planned on buying, or I'll have to change things last minute, and today is once again no exception to that rule. I decided to shop at Dollar Tree one more time. My Dollar Tree does have a refrigerated section, and I had gone in expecting to see boneless, skinless chicken breasts, which I have seen in the past, and today they didn't have it. My plan I had planned to do was scrapped. Again, I feel like it happens to me every single time, but I was able to come up with something that I was very skeptical that my kids would like, but I don't want to give away too many things right now. So before we get into the shopping and cooking of this $5 meal challenge, give this video a thumbs up. That would be so appreciated. When I do these challenges, I am trying to feed my family of 6. I have 4 kids. They range in age from 8 up to 16, so they do eat a fair amount. Okay, that's enough talking and let's go shopping. Before we get started, just wanted to show you, look, they have full-size Lay's stacks at my Dollar Tree, so that was a good find. And also the plastic microwave cover, I found those at my Dollar Tree. Check yours out as well. Hopefully I can find all of the ingredients I need for a really delicious pasta dish. So I'm gonna get one of these sauces, although it's hard to pay $1 because they're cheaper at Walmart. I will grab this pasta garlic and herb. Hopefully it doesn't taste too gross. And my pasta options today, I have some penne, which I really like, and spaghetti here, some thin spaghetti there. But I think I'm gonna go with this is one of the things I'm most excited to see, $1 for panko breadcrumbs. That is pretty exciting. Here are my 3 items so far. Let's go find some fresh food. Last time I was here, they had just like straight up chicken breast, and today they do not. So we're gonna do one of these heat and eat chicken items, and I'm gonna put the breadcrumbs back. Okay, I'm looking for mozzarella to put on my dish, and this is the only mozzarella cheese in the store. Here's my 5 items. So the question is, I got 2 of these chicken strips to make it about a pound of chicken, but it was 2 items, so it cost me more money. So we're gonna do like a chicken parmesan kind of a thing. Do I spend an extra $1 and get veggies? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna spend the extra $1 and get some vegetables. So you could go with asparagus up here, your standard mixed. I think I'm gonna go with broccoli cuts or this winter blend or the California blend. Here is the dinner. This time I'm spending $6. You could spend a little bit more. They have some really nice cheese-filled raviolis that would be delicious. And then maybe you don't need the mozzarella. In fact, maybe I don't need the mozzarella at all. Here are my items from the Dollar Tree, and you'll notice that I am missing my mozzarella cheese, and that's because when you bring home groceries and your kids see string cheese, they think it's a snack for them. So I don't have cheese anymore. Would it be cheating to use my own mozzarella cheese that I have in the freezer? This is actually going to be a very easy dinner because all you're gonna do is put your chicken in a pan, top it with your sauce, and put it in the oven until it's warm. Cook your pasta in a pot, and then put this on top of this. You can cook this in another pot or cook it in the microwave or stick it in the air fryer, which is probably what I'm gonna do just because I like to do that. Because I only have 1 can of pasta sauce and a pound and a half of pasta, I'm probably only gonna cook 1 pound of pasta for my family and save the rest for another time. And if you had gotten the string cheese, you would have laid it over the top of the chicken and spaghetti sauce to make like a mock Parmesan chicken meal. Let's put everything together. Now, I don't know if you can really call this cooking so much as heating everything up. What I noticed in these little chicken packages is each package had 5 chicken tender pieces. So for my family of 6, that was not quite 2 pieces each. So just something to keep in mind here. And this is, seriously, this is how easy this is. Now you could gourmet this up for sure by doing my original plan, which was to get actual boneless, skinless chicken breast and bread it myself. And I did go ahead and use my mozzarella cheese that I had in my fridge because I did spend the $6 and my kids just ate my string cheese. So just pretend that's string cheese. And I did only cook 1 pound of the pasta, and it was a good thing I did. I think doing the whole pound and a half would have been too much. for that amount of sauce. And as it turned out, the 1 pound of sauce and 1 jar ended up being really good. So I cooked this in the oven, like 375 for 15 or 20 minutes, basically until it's bubbly like this. Everything is already cooked. So you're really just heat and serve is what you're doing here. I cooked my veggies in my air fryer, and what a sad little amount of veggies that is. I was very disappointed that it turned out to be so little. My family normally eats way more veggies than that. And so I divvied it up into my bowls. This is 1 pound of pasta divvied up, and tried to evenly distribute the chicken, the cheese, and the sauce between all of the bowls. And it turned out pretty good. I was so nervous to serve my family this meal. So I've been doing these challenge videos for several months at this point. And sometimes things go really, really well, and other times they're not super excited about it. So I've started to get a little bit more nervous as I do one that doesn't quite turn out the way I had originally planned. But fortunately, this one ended up being a 100% win. The only thing that maybe would have made this a little bit better is some extra Parmesan cheese to put on top, an extra amount of veggies, and perhaps some garlic bread or garlic Texas toast on the side would have also been nice. So I think you could probably bump the budget up to $10 for the meal and get a couple of extra things to make it more satisfying. But as it was, everybody was very full with what they had. Okay, I realized that the finished meal doesn't look particularly gourmet or anything like that, but here's what I will say. My family loved it. They loved it. They were like, it's like chicken nuggets in a pasta dish. And I'm like, yeah, it kind of is. And even Dave's like, what did you do to this sauce? This sauce is so good. And then Haley's jumping in, this sauce is so delicious. And I'm like, it's a jarred sauce, you guys. It's like literally nothing fancy. Pros for the meal, it was cheap. It was really easy to put together. One of the fastest ones I've ever done. You could probably pick up these ingredients at any Walmart or Winco or Sam's Club or Aldi or whatever grocery store you would like to shop at. It's really easy to add some green vegetables on the side. I found the Dollar Tree vegetable container. I think it's 12 ounces for the broccoli and cauliflower. I find that too small for my family. My family will typically eat about 2 pounds of veggies as a side for one dinner, so that's just something to be aware of. I find it fairly small. Of course, if you want to make a real chicken parmesan with the chicken breast and the panko breadcrumbs and pan fry them yourself and then do your own sauce, like melt the mozzarella on top at the end, you can do that. I've done that and it's really delicious, but as I've shown in this video, you don't have to do it that way. You could go really cheap, really easy, and still have it be a winner for your family. I do have another one of these challenges coming up in the next week with a slightly different vibe. I'm shopping at my Winco, and we are gonna try and do a gourmet meal for around $5. So we'll see how we do on that. Like I said, I'm having serious issues finding some of the ingredients that I keep going to the store to find. I bet this next one's gonna be no different. I'm gonna go in with a plan and then it won't be there. We're just gonna do the best we can. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for joining me and I'll see you tomorrow. How long will you stay? I just think it's so funny. Can I talk about, like, what can I talk about and have you guys stay here? So let's talk about podcasts right now, because I like podcasts when I'm cleaning or driving and things like that. Sometimes when I lift weights. So here's a couple that I like. You guys tell me what your favorite podcasts are. We'll just chat for a minute. One of my absolute favorites is called Chasing Excellence with Ben Bergeron. He is a fitness base, but he also does a lot of mindset, positive outlook on life, some nutrition stuff. So I really like that. A newer one I'm doing is the Consistency Project, all about nutrition. Really fascinating. Love the Happiness Lab with, I think it's Lori Santos. With Lori Santos. I've been having Haley listen to these podcasts, the Happiness Lab, based on her happiness class that she does at Yale University. Really fantastic. And then another one I like The Way I Heard It with Mike Rowe, if you like storytelling. And another one is The Virtual Couch. Now, I don't listen to all of his, but if there is a topic that he does a podcast on that I'm interested in, like one of them is how to communicate with empathy. So I thought that was really helpful. Like, you learn the conversation skills you need to talk to someone who's like had a death, or I listened to the empathy one right when my stepdad died last summer because I didn't know how to talk to my mom about it. So he gave me some tools in how to have an open conversation without alienating the other person. So I just think the conversation skills are really helpful. Has some sports psychology stuff that's really great, stuff about narcissism. Ex-brother-in-law is a covert narcissist, and so that's really helpful. How to face your fears, how to deal with anxiety. It has all kinds of topics, and I really enjoy those as well. Anyway, those are a couple of my podcasts that I like. I don't know if you guys like hanging out with me, like talking about random other stuff when the video is actually over, but I could talk all day. Talking's my favorite thing. How many sips of water can I take and have you stay here? I just think it's so funny. Okay, that's really it this time. Bye.